Yes, I know. What? Idiots. Damn, bro, make some noise. Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetie? How you doing? My day was good. Oh shit, I haven't pinned up your message. Yeah, my day was good. A lot of cleaning, a lot of cleaning up after this damn storm came by. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, I've been cleaning up the pool, all these leaves everywhere. It's still like windy all day today. Did some work here and there, cleaned up, wash damn clothes and folded it all over there in the damn pile. I'll get to it. Hey Paris, things are good. Thanks. How are you? Yeah, I worked for a bit today. I did some painting inside and hung out and played ping pong with my nephews. It's pretty good. Got some good news here and there. Good things going on. So all's good. I can't complain. It's good. It rained a lot on and off in the morning, and now like the winds finally calmed down. I took like tons of leaves out of the pool. Tomorrow I gotta vacuum it and make sure it's back clean and back to normal. Such a pain in the ass. I hate storms. It just kills the trees and leaves and then blurs all the leaves all over the damn place. Such a pain in the ass. I hate hurricane season. But right now there's nothing close to us that's gonna bother us for a while, so that's good. I'm so happy with that. I checked the weather today. I was like, good, nothing brewing up around us. A lot of stuff's in the ocean. There's a storm like by Mexico area. That's about it. I haven't heard of anything. As long as it stays away from here, I'm good. I'm sick and tired of cleaning shit, packing stuff away. It's like a never ending story. I could have done a lot more today, but it was just too windy and rainy. So tomorrow morning, I might get up and vacuum the pool and see how the weather is. It's one thing I can't stand is like seeing the pool dirty. I can't handle that. We got people that come here. We got a guy that comes here. My mate, his guys come here every Thursday, but I can't wait that long. I like to go swimming like almost every other night. As long as the weather's good, I want to go swimming. Because winter time's coming soon, and then we're gonna have to put the heater on. And that wastes too much electricity. So I'm gonna try and get my last couple swims in regular temperature. Yeah, the wind wasn't as bad as they said here either, Paris. But they also said we were gonna get flash flooding, flooding and all that bullshit. None of that stuff happened. Thank God. I mean, I'm glad their predictions were wrong, and I'm glad the storm didn't wasn't here at its full potential. but it went right past Bermuda. It split in two. It's like two different low systems, and then it went straight to the East Coast, New York, Boston, Nova Scotia, all that shit. It went right up until it's weird because all the storms have been passing Bermuda and going towards Canada and towards like Boston and Cape Cod and all that. The second time in a row. Like that shit's unheard of. You hardly ever hear that stuff. You ever, you know, I mean, we got four storms in a row pass close to us. Four already. And it's like, really? No other place in the world, nobody else has got four in a row like us. Like, really? Get away, man. Bermuda's a little dot in the ocean. Like, you really have to come and bother us? We're just a dot, you know? Fuck. Leave us alone. Such a pain in the ass. Sometimes we don't get hardly anything. And then this year is like, they all said that this year is an El Nino year, they said, which is a year that is not too much storms. And meanwhile, we got tons of storms coming by. Like, yeah, so much for your damn predictions. Yeah, that honestly, I want a cold winter here because I'm sick and tired of the heat. Bermuda doesn't really have cold winters, but I really would like one. You know, some 50-degree temperatures is cold for us. If we get 50s here, it's cold. So I really hope that the winter kicks in. We actually have really cool nights. Like tonight, it's like 77 degrees, and that's like nice for us at night. People are like, I wish. See, here in Bermuda, it doesn't go down that much at night. Only 10 degrees. So it'll be like 85 during the day and like 75 at night. And then the humidity will be like 90. So it ain't even that much of a difference. But today it was actually nice. Yeah, I know you would. Yeah. Because I know out there, that's ridiculous. It snows where you guys are, not here. It don't snow here. So the coldest temperature I ever witnessed in my lifetime here was probably 45. 42 or 45. I can't remember what it was. I know it was in the 40s one day, and I remember seeing it on the on the temperature thing. I was like, holy shit, no wonder it's cold. Yeah, you guys go minus. I'm like, we guys don't even go that far. Never. I've never witnessed less than nothing more than 42, 45. And that was like when there was a northeastern going across the east coast and happened to like come towards us, but like died out, but still gave us really, really cold weather. And that was only for one day that happened. And the next day it went right back to like 50, 60, whatever it was. So we only had like one day of severe cold weather that I remember of in my lifetime. Like sometimes in January, February, it'll go down to like maybe 59, 55, something like that. And that's it. It only lasts a day or two. And I'm like, yes. You know? I get to put some nice blankets over my bed and feel nice and cozy. No heater enough. I can't stand heaters. Hell no. I can't live with a heater. Ugh. Yeah, I know. I've witnessed below temperatures like below 7 or below 10 in Boston one time on my birthday weekend. I went away, and everybody's like, "You're crazy! There's a big like storm coming to Boston where it's gonna get snowed out, and you might be delayed." I said, "I don't give a shit. I'm good." And I went, and I didn't regret it. It's cool, our lips were purple. We were walking down the road to try and find like this Wendy's that we liked to see if it was open, and everything was closed. And we were like, me and my friend were like two idiots. We were all like, we had jackets and all everything. We had everything, and we were walking down the road, and our lips were purple. We couldn't even talk. That's probably the coldest I've ever witnessed in my life. Is in Boston, like below. I think it was like below minus 7 or whatever it was. And I was like, it was snow everywhere. I was like, holy shit, no thanks. And like 3 days later, it was all back to normal. But it was still cold. Like the wind goes through you. Like we're walking in the streets and the wind will go right through you. You come around like the building and you get that little gust of wind. It goes right through your clothes and your face feels numb. Your fingers feel numb. Yeah. And the only other time I really was cold, it was in Rochester, New York. I went to like I went all I we drove from Rochester to Buffalo, and it's like we were on the almost on the border to Canada. And my friend was like, "Yeah, we just have to drive like another hour and we be in the Canadian border. That's how why it's so cold." And he's like, "Yeah, make sure you bring your jackets and everything you need." And it was and the next like we were in a club. When we came out, it was all full of snow. And I wrote my name like in the snow on the street. Hey Tristan, how you doing, bro? How's it? It's going good. How are you? Yes, I've seen snow a few times. The first time I ever saw snow and witnessed cold weather was in Atlanta. I was maybe like, I don't know, 14. I was with my brother and some friends. We went to go watch a basketball game. And it was like the coldest it's been in Atlanta, at the time. And we actually saw the snowflakes outside the window and the snow falling down. It wasn't that much, but I was the first time I ever saw snow. I was probably about 14 years old, something like that. And then after that, I saw it here and there. Nothing serious. You ordered a giant TV. How big is giant TV? I have a TV right here. It's 60. I think it's 62 or something like that. It doesn't look big on here, but it's not that big. I think it's a 62-inch or whatever. It's 65 or something like that. I can't remember. I can't put like too big of a TV in here because I'll go blind. Yeah, 65 is not super giant. Yeah, mine's 65 right here. Yeah, see, that's a 65-inch right there. Yeah. I had a 42 and I upgraded to a 65 like 2 years ago. I actually want to get a bigger one. They have TVs on sale right now at 85-inch, and I was like, no, I don't need nothing that big. That's a little too big. Yeah, 65 is good. That's what I got. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I showed my nephew a picture of him when he was little, and in behind him was a small 13-inch TV. And I said, "Look at the TV 15 years ago when I had a small ass TV with box TV." I was like, "Look at my TV in the background, a box ass TV." So we were like, that's the TV I used to let them watch videos on. Then I had like it wasn't really, I didn't really have a flat screen back then. I knew they were around, but those things were expensive back then. Like the first ever flat screens, they were like five, six, $7,000. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not spending all that on a damn TV. So then they started getting these thin flat screen TVs, and then they started being a lot cheaper. And now you can get a big ass TV for like $1,000. There's a couple of them on sale right now, but that one's a Samsung. It's a pretty good TV. I haven't had no problems with it. It's big enough for here though. I don't really need a big ass TV. I'm not really into like huge ass TVs, but they're nice. They're nice to watch sports on. Yeah. Hey Barb, how you doing? So yeah, my friend he has a 75, and it's like, and he's got like a room the size of mine, and I'm like, you're gonna go blind in here, you know that, right? He's like, nah, I'm good, I'm good. I just turned the he turns the contrast down, like so it's not that bright, which is smart, you know. So he's like, yeah, it's cool. It's not that bright at night, so it's cool. So I don't know. I might get a bigger TV eventually, but I like to watch a lot of sports. But I love my TV. It's fine. And I sit, it's up high there, and I sit back on my couch over here and watch it. So it's cool. I've never forget the day I bought it. My dad was like, "Really? You had to get a bigger TV?" I said, "Yeah. Well, you're getting older. You need to see bigger things." And he looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, whatever. You didn't buy this TV because of me." I actually bought my dad he had a 32-inch TV for years. That my old TV. I had a 32-inch TV upstairs, and then I took it and gave it to him because his broke because he was cheap and he didn't want to buy a new one. So I gave him my 32-inch, and then he had that. Then it went kaput like 10 years later. Has a line going through it, and he couldn't. He said it was kept turning on and off by itself. So I'd say about a couple months ago, I got rid of and I bought him a 46-inch TV, and it fits right in like this gap that he had. Like my sister, when she moved out, she gave him like a entertainment unit set, like with cabinets and drawers and all sorts of shit. So I measured the gap and I bought him a 40, I think it's a 42 or 43, something like that. I think it's a 43-inch TV I bought him, and it fits perfectly in the gap. So I got him that. So when I go to his house and I'll be there tomorrow. It's Sunday. Every Sunday I go there at 12 o'clock to eat lunch. And at least when I go down there, I can see a bigger TV now. It's like, some people just don't want to buy, TVs, big ass TVs. But having small TVs from back in the day, I always had like a 13-inch box TV, and it was so annoying to have. Now we have these kids are so lucky they got big ass flat screen TVs to play PlayStation on. When we had like Nintendo and Atari and all those games when we were young, we didn't have no big ass TV. I wish. I wish. Yeah, it is big. It's a big TV, but there's a lot bigger ones. That's for sure. I saw a huge TV, an 85-inch TV, and the box was huge, and I was like, "Holy shit! Who the hell wants this? Like, what are you trying to watch? Or you must be putting this in some damn theater or something, man." I couldn't imagine putting that shit in my room. Mind you, I'm actually considering it. I saw it at the store. Like we have like a place here called Price Right, and it has like a lot of good deals and a lot of. It's like like a Walmart, but it's our Walmart. It's called Price Right, and I got my TV from there. That TV right here, I got it from there. It's a 65-inch. And before I bought it, I was like, "This TV's big," and I said, "It's way bigger than what I got." And I was like, "That's cool. I'll take it." And then now I actually say, you know what? This TV's small. I need to get a bigger one. Yeah, exactly, Paris. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people don't really care. I mean, I really don't care about getting a bigger TV, but it'd be nice. It's always nice to have something bigger and better. But, I don't really care about it and stuff. Honestly, I had before this TV, I got this TV last year. I believe I got it. I think this TV is a year old now. And um I had a 32-inch flat screen, and then after that, I gave it to my parents, and then I bought a 47-inch TV, I think it is, or 46, something like that. And it was like a heavy TV, and I put it on the wall, and I had it down here, and then I got rid of that TV and gave it to my nephew because he wanted to play games and I gave it to him for his birthday. I said, "Look, this TV's good. I'll give it to you for your birthday." And I installed it for him and put it up for him in his room. He still uses it, and this is like 10 years later. And then I got a different TV and I didn't like it. So I gave it to my other nephew. And then I bought this TV. And then this year I bought a TV for my parents. So everybody's got a nice TV now. But yeah, back in the day, we had those box TVs. These guys don't know nothing about that. I showed him the picture yesterday. I actually showed my nephew the picture of him when he was young and the TV in back of him, and he said he don't remember. I said, of course not. I said, but look what we had back then compared to what we have now. And I was like, yeah, life is a lot different. Just like cellular phones, we had the flip phone and little phones with antennas on them. Now you don't even need that shit. It's just a square cell phone. And the commercial came out today on Bermuda television that they got the iPhone 15 and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you people are crazy. I ain't buying a damn new phone. I didn't even want a new phone, but I had to get one because my iPhone 8 wouldn't do any more updates. And I was like, oh well, I guess I have to upgrade. But that's what they do with the TVs too. Sometimes the TVs don't have like Bluetooth, or you don't have a connection, or you can't do this or you can't do that. It doesn't. You have to get a smart TV, not a dumb TV. Oh yeah, I know. I still have my Atari and like some of the games. I have it in a box. I still have some of the games, and I had like the my cousin, sorry. He had the Coleco. It was called Coleco. It was Atari Coleco, and then after that we got like a Sega Genesis. And what was the other one we had? Oh, a 3DO. It was 3DO. It was the first system that had CDs. It was called a 3DO. And I had that too, and I sold that. I have some of the remains. I don't have the whole Atari system, but I have some of the controllers and stuff like that. I don't have the whole thing, and I kept some of the games. My nephew was like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, "You guys buy games. You don't even get them now. You don't even have to buy games like at a store, like in a cartridge and a CD. You don't need that anymore. You just buy them online. It's so crazy." They're like, "I want to buy this game." I'm like, "Okay, well, how do you do it?" "No, you have to go online and buy it." I'm like, "Okay." They went online, put a code in there, and bought the game right online, and then bang. Oh yeah, I don't get rid of things like that. It's just things deteriorate over time, so it's just like it's in a lot of the stuff I have is all like in bad shape. It's just been abused. I still have my Motorola flip phones, my BlackBerry. I still have all those things from way back. I keep all that stuff. I have things here and there, just like a show. My nephews and things, how things were back in the day. I have a lot of. I'm not a hoarder or a person who keeps old shit everywhere, but like I like keeping certain things just to like have a memory of it. It's always good to have old things so you can show people stuff. Yeah, the Atari was my favorite though. Yeah, see, there you go. Could be, could be. I actually have a pair of Adidas sneakers. I have two pairs, a white and blue one and a white and black pair. And I showed my nephews the other day, and they were like, "Why don't you throw these in the trash?" It's like, "Oh hell no! These are my first pair of sneakers that I bought when I ran away when I was 14. These sneakers are 30 something years old." I actually looked them up. and they're worth some money, but I would never sell them. There's just something that I want to keep. I don't wear them obviously, but I still have them. 30-year-old sneakers, and they don't fit anyway. They're a size 8. I'm a size 10, 10 and a half. So I still have them in my closet. Some vintage sneakers. So I keep certain things here and there. If you guys want a message, just let me know. I'll pull you a message. Yeah, it is. It is priceless to me. I keep a lot of things. I have so many like soccer jerseys from 20 something years ago. I keep all my stuff. I keep all the jerseys. I keep like football things, I keep sports stuff. I have trading like playing like cards from when I was like 10 years old. When I was like 10 years old, I started collecting baseball cards, basketball cards, hockey cards, wrestling cards, any type of sports cards. I have like all of them still inside of a package. I sold a lot of them to people because they were begging me for them. And I remember like when the Pokemon cards came out that are worth a lot of money. Me and my nephews were opening those things, and we like if we knew those things were worth so much money, we would have probably not mishandled them as much as we did. But it's crazy. You never think about like things are gonna be worth money in the long run. But my nephews do have some that are worth a lot. But I told them don't sell that shit. Just keep it. You never know. I have like a old Celtics jersey from like it's probably older than me. I have it upstairs in my closet in like a bag. It's all like preserved and stuff, and it's signed by Larry Bird. So I have that. I actually bought it for 150 Canadian dollars from this guy because he was desperate and he sold it to me. And I was like, "Yeah, you can sell it to me. That's from 1986. I'll take it." I was only 10 years old, but I remember it all. But anyway, I have it upstairs. It's worth a good bit of money, but I would never sell it. It's something that I like to keep. I like to keep all my like sports stuff. All right, let me see. All right, Barb, you want a message? All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. I like this. I love this card. It looks cool. Oh yeah, your birthday is coming up, Libra. I was just telling somebody that somebody's birthday is on the 15th, and I can't remember. And it's you. That's who it is. I got you mixed up with Becca. Becca's birthday was 2 days ago. All right, your card is happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. There you go, Barb. It's got some dolphins going around. Yes, happy early birthday, Barbie. Tristan, you said could it get a love message? Let me see if I have love cards here somewhere. Yeah, I do. Everybody's gonna smell the twin flame love cards. Oh God. You're welcome, Barb, anytime. All right. right, let me see what we got. All right, so in a love message, I pulled 3 cards from this Twin Flame deck. And it says here, you feel like home to me. I can still feel you. I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. So that's the message. This person can feel you. They feel like home to you, or you feel like home to them. And they want to be authentic, and they're tired of being afraid. So in a love sense and a love message, that person is a person might be coming up to you saying, hey, look, I was afraid to approach you, or vice versa. You might go up to somebody and say, hey, look, I have feelings for you. I like you. I can feel you. I feel like I connect with you. Something like that. Yeah, these cards are wild. Yeah. That's why I pulled 3, because if I just pulled 1, you'd be like, huh? So it's like a message, It says, I can feel you. You feel like home to me, and I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. So that makes sense in a love, message. This is Becca's favorite cards. She's probably going to enter the room any minute now. She smells these cards. A card for work. Yeah, my cards are like my Marky Mark cards are like have work cards in them. So let's see what the message could be. No thanks. She'll probably come in. She might be busy. I don't know. I usually I've only been on here for a half an hour, so usually when I'm on here for like an hour, everybody shows up. Sometimes the notification don't come up. All right. Click your heels. There you go. All right. Okay. Your first card is put yourself first and everyone else after. And that could be at work. You need to put yourself first at work and everyone else comes after you. So take care of yourself at work. Your angels and ancestors are protecting you. Just ask them for help as far as work. And I know you complain about work because all aquas do. Next time you complain about work, just count your blessings. Count your blessings that you have a job, you get paid, and you never know where you're going to go if you leave. And sometimes that's just the way it is as far as work. So there you go. Put yourself first and everyone else after. Amen to that. There you go. Next time you complain, my message, I'm going to pull a card that I gave you, Barb. I like these cards. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. All right, let me see what I get here. Okay. All right, my card is fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Absolutely. I do realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love because I fear if I don't love and I start to hate, then the world's in a lot of trouble. I don't want to hate and I don't want to be mad and I don't want to fear that I'm going to do something that I don't want to do. So I stay in the energy of love. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I need to stay in the energy of love. Yes, I do. Love, baby, don't hurt me. Yes, that's true. Yes. I've been seeing so many numbers. I've been having crazy dreams. A lot of crazy things. I've had some predictions come to pass from some people been telling me some things, so that's good. I wish I could read for myself, but sometimes I'm right, sometimes majority of the times it's wrong. It's like I don't get, I'm not supposed to read myself. It's like it don't work. It hardly ever works. I still try it though, but it just doesn't work sometimes. I asked a question yesterday about something and it told me no, but it ended up happening. See, like it tells me like no, it ain't gonna happen. And then it ended up happening and I'm like, oh well, whatever. Like I don't get mad because I know I'm not supposed to like know things about me. Like someone else's job is that I'm supposed to get somebody to read me. Just like how people get read by me. If we can all read ourselves, you wouldn't go to read us. Some people can read themselves, but I can to a certain extent, but not really. It's like the answer I want, it usually doesn't come up. Even though it happens sometimes, but it just doesn't tell me the right thing. Which is cool. I don't mind. It keeps me in suspense. Lets me know. You know, don't do it. Just let it happen. All right, okay, fine. Yeah, spirit always likes spirit. Honestly, spirit just like wants me to like just shut up and wait, and just stop trying to know everything. But like I can read other people and it's fine, but I can't read myself. Like it's very hard for me to like get all the right answers. I mean, I'm very patient and I know like waiting is a part of life. And I know that, sometimes things happen obviously for a reason and obviously because, that's the time that it's supposed to happen. Um, I've been explaining that my whole life to people that you have to be patient, and you have to like understand that if you go out of your way to try and make things happen and then it doesn't happen, then that's telling you stop. But if you go after things and you get it, then that's okay. But there's going to be some things that you go after and you try to do, but it doesn't work. That means that it's not the right time. You have to understand that not everything is going to happen for you. Not everything is going to be right. Not everything is going to be wrong. Not everything is going to happen when you want it to happen. That's why you plan and God laughs. He says, "No, no, no, you're not getting that. You out of your damn mind. No, we're gonna wait a few minutes. You have to wait a few days. No, not this year, bro. Maybe next year." It's cool. Like I'm at the point in my life where I don't really give a shit anymore. I know that every day that goes by, I get closer to the things that I want and I need, and every day that goes by, I'm being put to a test to see how patient I am, to see if I really want it, to see if I really need it, and to see if I can live without it. Yeah, I saw you donated, Tristan. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. All right, I got a beep here. Yeah, I got you. Cool. I got your donation. Thanks. Jenna Reed for the month. Sure, man. No problem. Appreciate you too. All right. What's your zodiac sign again, if you don't mind me asking? I forget your zodiac sign all the time. You're not the type of person that talks about zodiac stuff, so I don't remember. Cancer. Okay, cool. Cancer, man. Yeah, I know a few My brother's a Cancer. My brother's a Cancer, and my oldest nephew is a Cancer. All right. Okay. Yeah. The same thing goes with me. And like a lot of those zodiac sign readings are for like love shit. So like if you're not in love or you don't have love around, like partner love type of stuff, then it'll never resonate. Like unless you watch a singles one, but the singles ones just get your hopes up and you'll be like, yeah, whatever. So I just watch like the general readings and I pick whatever out of it was for me, and then that's it. If it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to the next one. I watch them like on a daily basis. I'll check. Like I like astrology more than I like my astrology readings are more accurate than tarot readings. Especially like an Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius right now, you got a lot to deal with in the next like year to come because Pluto goes into Aquarius, and if you have Pluto in Aquarius in your chart, then your life's about to get flipped upside down, inside out, and have to you're gonna have to like your life is gonna change. It's just the way it is. Could change for the better, it could change for the worse, or it can change like to what you need it to change to. Where do I watch astrology readings? On YouTube. I just put like Aquarius astrology readings for October 2003, and then it'll just pop up. One of the people that I watch, he's actually from the UK. He's been to Bermuda a million times. His name is Steve Judd, and he's on like two different channels. He's got his own channel, and he has like another channel where he does. Just look him up, and he's got his own site and everything. He's an older gentleman. He's from the UK, so you can probably relate to him. Yeah, he's my favorite astrologer, and then there's a lot of other astrologers out there, like women astrologers that are very good. Like what's her name? Barbara Goldsmith. I watch her; she's very good. Or Braca Goldsmith. I think it's not Barbara, it's Braca. I think she is Barbara, but she calls her name Braca Goldsmith or something like that. Oh, these are older people that know astrology. I don't really watch like the Leo King and all this type of people. Like I don't really watch those people too much because they go into some next level shit that I've never heard of, and it's like it's like Star Trek shit. So I don't really like watching all that type of stuff. But he's good though. Those people are good, but just they don't. It doesn't what they say doesn't really like catch my attention. All right. But you can just, search it and it'll come up. All right, for the month of October, what I see is you could be dealing with a guy that's being dishonest, or a guy who is very crafty. He may be temperamental. He might have a bad temper where he gets triggered very quick. This person also might have two faces. They might, be nice to you today, weird tomorrow, and like kind of argumentative the next day. So be aware of this person. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Um, the person might have dark hair, but not necessarily. But they could have it, and they're very emotional, and they let things get to them too much. This could be you or somebody that you deal with. Uh, if you have someone that you care about and you have anxiety over that person, try not to worry, try not to like overthink before you go to sleep and like have sleepless nights, or like sit in your bed and sit there and wonder and lose sleep over anything that you can't control. Um, Try not to be concerned or worried or be unhappy that you don't have what you want, and don't have what you need. Eventually, those things will change. It all depends on you, really. Um, there is a woman here that I see, and she's perceiving the unknown. You might be dealing with this woman, and she's someone who is active, but also like vigilant, and she's very like she doesn't give a shit, and she just does whatever, and you're like kind of like, oh god, this woman's like a ticking time bomb, like she's ready to explode any given day and time. But she's also a person that keeps her guard up, or keeps her guard up when she's talking to you, or doesn't tell you the complete truth, and like keeps herself like, at a distance sometimes, and then sometimes they'll open up and sometimes they won't. But this person's probably your age or maybe a touch younger. Could be a Libra. Like perceiving into the unknown is like you're probably wondering what they're doing, and it's better that you don't wonder what they're doing, because what they're perceiving is unknown to everybody else but just to them. Like they're keeping secrets, or they're keeping like to themselves. You know what I mean? Um, like it's just a person who um doesn't want nobody to know what they're doing. They keep to themselves, and they just don't want you to know everything about them. So if you ask this person questions, they will perceive like, yeah, oh yes, oh yeah, but really you're not gonna ever know what they're doing. That's why they live in the unknown. They don't want nobody to know what they're doing. It's like this person keeps to themselves. So if you're trying to pull a conversation out of them, or trying to figure out something about them, then they're not going to tell you anything. And it's definitely like a woman that's young. Could be like a woman friend that you have, or a person that you deal with. Um, if you always find out, you know, if the person like, if you know the person's kind of holding back from telling you something, that's what like perceiving into the unknown means to me. Yeah. Right. She responds, that's private. Right. That's perceiving the unknown. There you go. Yeah. I always use that phrase because like that's how people are, you know. You might also feel like pressured sometimes, or you want to solve problems, and you will solve these issues that you have. Anything that you have to solve, or anything that you're trying to resolve, I see you putting in the effort this month to make it happen. Like if you're putting in effort to meet a goal of yours this month, if you have a goal, if you said, okay, yeah, I want to lose 10 pounds and I'm gonna do it by the end of the month, or I really want to like get a car this month, or you just say, I got a TV, something like that. It's like a goal that you have, you will do it, but try not to like do it in a selfish way, you know but I feel like you might be feeling overburdened or pressured, or you might feel like you have too much to do in a little bit of time, or you might have too much goals for this month. So try not to like overwork yourself or overthink, or just do things that you know you can't do, but you can do next time. Hey Hermana, how you doing? No, never too late for you, sweetheart. No, you can ask a question. You can ask, no problem. I've only been on here for like not even an hour, so it's good. You're good. But Tristan, I would say that don't be selfish and try to manage your time. Try to like limit your conversations with certain people. Because I see two people around you, a man and a woman, that I feel like you got a good heart and you're a good person to talk to. And these people like might try to take advantage of your kindness, or they're not telling you the truth. And for them to say, oh yeah, it's private or whatever, then that's exactly what I see here. Like the people that you're talking to, or the people that you associate with, they might not be completely honest with you. Even if you're not asking them anything, they're still like bullshitting you, or just be aware. Like, don't let them drain your energy. Don't let them like sit there and bore your life with their lies, or whatever they're doing. I mean, it's nothing outrageously bad, or something like that. I just feel like you're going to be dealing with certain people this month that you shouldn't be, putting in too much time to. Oh, you fell asleep last night? Yeah, my voice can do that to people. Sometimes I don't even know how I'm on here this late. But like if I'm not on, like I really don't feel like going to sleep early sometimes. Or sometimes I just feel like I have to come on and help people or whatever, or just do whatever. It's 11:48 p.m. It's almost midnight here. Also, Tristan, okay, Oda. Also, Tristan, just have a lot of determination and have like the willpower and make intelligent choices. Like make smart choices. Try not to be disappointed with everything that's not going right, and don't be so hard on yourself. Like release yourself from feeling everyone's energy and burdens. Like I don't know if you have someone around you that, or people around you that like say, "Oh, Tristan, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. I this happened. Oh my God." Like if you have like drama queens and drama kings around you, blah blah blah, people that bore your life, where you're just like the type of person that people talk to, and you're like a part-time psychiatrist feeling. Just know that you don't have to be that person. You can walk away from that. You can walk away from those disappointments and those unhappy feelings that you get off of people. If this happens this month, that could happen. Okay, Barb, love you too, sweetheart. I hope to see you next week for your birthday. I'll give you like a reading, for your birthday if you want. So yeah, Tristan, I feel like you're gonna resolve some issues that you have. Obviously, you don't have to say anything on here, but I feel like you have some issues you need to resolve, and you can resolve them this month. Um, just try not to be so hard on yourself. If you are being hard on yourself, don't do that. Like just make sure everything's you're I feel like you're gonna reach to a point where you're gonna solve whatever issues you have, and try not to like give too many people your time and your energy. That's the main thing I see. Like I don't see nothing bad. It's just you just gotta make sure you don't allow people to like really step into your energy and drain your ass. Don't let that happen. Okay, Hermana. Let's see. Yes, I got your donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. So yeah, Tristan, hopefully that gave you some insight or clarification on what's going on. But um, there's still 3 weeks left in the month, so these things can occur. I'm that type of. I used to be that person who always listens to everybody, and I used to give everybody my energy and take their energy used to be all over me, and I'd be like, "Fuck, just leave me alone," and I had to just walk away from people because they're just too much. So maybe you might have to do that. Just tell them you have an appointment and you have to go. It's okay. It's okay to lie to people to get rid of them. You didn't hear that from me though. If they're a pain in the ass, just say, "Look, I got an appointment to go to." Oh shit, I got 20 minutes to get to my appointment. Look, I'll talk to you next time, or I'll talk to you later. Meanwhile, no, they'll get the point. Okay, when you're finished cleaning your room, you can come and help me clean mine if you want. Yeah. I need to fold all that clothes. Actually, that clothes is folded, but some of it. But I need to take it upstairs and put it on my in my closet and my shelves and my bureaus and all that. But I just can't be bothered. At least it's all washed and stuff. See my dog, look, she's jingling in her sleep. She's moving in her sleep. She must be trying to run after some bacon or something. Don't mind her. She's probably dreaming of food right now. I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh yeah, that's her. Can I do a general? Yeah, sure. You know what I really wish I had is like a woman or like an iron assistant. Like I wish I can hire somebody to like iron like 50 shirts and 50 pairs of shorts and have all my shit all ironed hanging on my hangers in my closet, and all I gotta do is like pick it out and just like not have to worry about everything all wrinkled up and shit. That's one thing I hate doing is the two things I hate doing is washing dishes and ironing clothes. That's the two things I can't stand the most. Everything else I can do. Yeah, I would pay somebody to do that, but no one's wants a job. They're like, no, I hate doing that shit too. I have a boss who drives me nuts, but it gives me motivation to create my own career. I don't mind doing those things. It's a pain in the ass. Like I can't be bothered to do it anymore. Like it's just annoying. Yeah, that usually the case because your body's so used to working. Yeah, I can't handle like washing. Like I washed my dishes today, and like I cooked twice, and now like there's all the dishes looking at me right now saying, "Hi, you gonna wash me?" And I'm like, "Look, you can stay there till tomorrow. I ain't gonna have time to deal with you." Sometimes I'll soak some of the stuff in soap and water if I have like some dirty ass shit or whatever. Or if I drink coffee, I'll like put like some soap and water in there so it doesn't stain like the cups and stuff. And the next day I'll just wash them. But like ironing clothes is a pain in the ass. Like I really hate ironing my shirts, my pants, my shorts. It's just annoying. It really is. It really is. I can't stand it. And then I don't really like to hang my clothes on hangers because then like you see like the little hanger marks on your shoulders, and it's like really. So I had to get some like different hangers that like go the whole length, so it doesn't like have this little like indents in your shoulder thing shirt. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Yeah, I mean they do have it, but that's too expensive. You know. Yeah, there you go. See, my dryer has a wrinkle release, whatever shit it says. And that shit don't work. Wrinkle release my ass. But in the dryer, it does help make it less wrinkle, right? But my grandma, God rest her soul, even though she was a pain in my ass, she died at 94 and she ironed clothes right up until like 80 something years old. And she made a living off of ironing people's clothes. That's what she did for a living. She was the ironing legend. Every time I went to her house, or no, I had her house, but like when I went to her house, yeah. And then she rented like an apartment after my grandpa died. But every time I went to her, all I saw was like all these clothes on hangers. I'm like, well, fuck, this woman's got all these clothes. And she said, no, I do this for a living. People pay me to wash their clothes and iron their clothes because they don't have time. And I hang it all up and they come and they put it all in their car and they gone. I'm like, you're serious? And she's like, yeah, that's what I do for a living. I love it. I'm like, you love it? Well, iron my fucking clothes then. And she used to like be a seamstress too. She used to like hem like pants and stuff like that and shirts and put on buttons and all that. She used to knit. She used to be pretty good. Her birthday's coming up on the 24th. Yeah, the Iron Lady. Iron pain in the ass. Hey, Ali, how you doing? Yeah, dad had patience for that. Yeah, not me. I can't handle that, man. Oh my god. Yeah, happy birthday to Granny on the 24th. She was a negative Nancy. God rest her soul, though. You know, I don't want to talk bad about her, but she was a pain in my ass. Hey, Ninja, how you doing? All right, a general reading for Oda. Let's see. I see. Oh, you came up in the reading. The star, the Aquarius. Have all these damn Aquariuses in here now. Oh shit, the party started. Okay, so in general, Oda, I see good news coming to you in the next 6 days or the next couple days. You have some good news about some gains, things you want to advance, maybe a promotion or getting more work or getting more business. People recognize your abilities and the ideas you implement on people or your desires are going to be realized. Any ideas you have will come to fruition now. If you're expecting something, you'll get it. Things are going to look really good as far as getting good news or getting something that you really want. In the next 6 days or so, you'll probably get it or you'll probably hear about it. Then you show up in here, the star, pretty much like mixing of the hey, Caddy, how are you, sweetheart? Mixing of the past and the present is what I say when I see the star. Because yes, I am, sweetie. Um, like you'll be satisfied, you'll have a lot of happiness, a lot of pleasure, things will go your way, a lot of optimism. Um, you have like you've hoped for this, you have faith in this, whatever it is. I think you're gonna be more inspired once you get what you want or what you see or the results you see. Brighter prospects, brighter things happening, good things happening. I feel like something from your past will come to the present and you'll have to deal with it. So like you might have something where a past situation happened and now you're over that past situation and now the present is going to be like better than the past. Like whatever happened in the past is gone now and now the present will bring that that feeling of being the star. And I always look at that card and say, that's the card where you have this woman here and she's pouring 2 jugs of water into a river. So she's pretty much, she is the energy. She wants to be the energy. She is the universe, and the universe is her. So she's like making it known that I have what I need now, so now I can give back. Or I have what I need, now I can start what I want and do what I want. So 6 of Wands star, but at the end here, I got some a-hole here, some person. There could be a young guy or a man. Uh, Knight of Swords reversed. I got here. It's a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but there could be like a younger person around you acting the ass, or acting like, a person who is like wants to start trouble, a person that likes to argue with women, or has argued with you over a woman, or a person that argues over a woman or over you, or argues with you. Yeah, it's a dickhead you deal with. Okay, cool. All right, Paris, sweet dreams to you, sweetheart. Good seeing you always. Good night. Like, he's probably conceited. He's probably a fool. Probably somebody that you don't like. This person like is all discombobulated and doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But when they see you, they get worried and they're like, "Yeah, here we go again. I'm gonna end up fighting with you. They're gonna end up disputing with you, or they're trying to prove you wrong, or trying to make you look bad, or trying to make you seem like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you today. I'm waiting for you to fuck up so I can point it out." So it's that type of person, you know, a dickhead. Yeah, that's what I usually call people anyway. So yeah, you could be dealing with that person in general for the next couple of days. You might be dealing with them, or you can deal with them during this month. What I would suggest to you is, ignore ignorance. Try to ignore them and not give them try not to worry about them. Yeah. Uh, this person is miserable, and then misery loves company. So when people are miserable and they see you not miserable, they want to make you, miserable, or they're gonna test your patience to see if you'll say something stupid. The other thing that I see here is you might say to yourself, I'm single, and I'm okay with that, and I don't need romance. I don't want romance. I don't feel like I need it. Nobody's worthy of having me right now. Fuck them. My tranquility and my peace means more to me. But sometimes you might think about it, or see a couple, and you might say, I wish I was in a relationship sometimes, but then you know what? It's all good. I'll get it when I get it. If not, I don't really care. So these are things that might go through your mind. If it is, it is. If it's not, then sometimes somebody might say to you, oh, yeah, that's probably why you're single, because you're a bitch, or, you're single because of that, and blah, blah, blah. So, people say that to me all the time. Oh, you're single because you're an ass. I'm like, yeah, I'm an ass. If I was an asshole, I'd be married, because assholes are married, not me. You know? Ah, okay. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So I can see that person. That's probably the feeling that I see here in the cards, is like, maybe you might be contemplating on what would life be like with him if you gave him a chance. But if you don't want to give him a chance, then that's okay. You're not missing anything. It'll be an unfulfilled romance, is what I'm getting. So it probably won't be worth it. So if your intuition's saying no, bro, then it is no, bro. No, bro. It ain't happening. So yeah, that's pretty much it's probably happened. But for you personally, yeah, exactly. For you personally, good things are gonna happen. Good situations, good news. Whatever you're hoping for, you'll probably get this month or the next 30 days. And you're an Aquarius, and to all Aquarius, is not because I'm an Aquarius, but in the actual astrology world and astrology people, they're saying that, our lives are about to have some major changes, because everything in the stars are like probably coming our way and things like that. I know we've had some difficult years, so is everybody else, but um, yeah, things are gonna look good for us, from now till January things should be a lot better for us. That's what the stars say. You're welcome, sweetheart, anytime. Miss Caddy, you are next, my dear. I think I got your donation here. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. And you can ask your question when you're ready. Yes, Aquarius rules. We live in our own world, you know. That's how it is sometimes. I always tell everybody I'm a legend in my own mind. You ain't gotta be a legend like me. It's cool. How is this man feeling about our relationship? How is he feeling about me and you's relationship? You actually told him about our relationship? Oh, I can tell you right now, he's not feeling too good about that. If he finds out that we're having bubble baths together, then he's probably not gonna feel very good. You named my new dog Legend. Oh, cool. I actually know somebody that has a dog named Legend. A big ass German Shepherd. Yeah, you should legit tell him, tell him about our relationship. You see how you worded that, right? How is this man feeling about our relationship? When you say our, that means you and me. Oh, Caddy, what am I going to do with you? I know, actually, but I won't say it. Okay, let me check. Let me be serious now. Hold on a sec. Yes, Ninja. Okay. All right. Okay, so what I would say is he's waiting for disappointment. He really is. He thinks that you're trying to break his heart, or he feels like you're trying to break his heart, or he feels that you're brokenhearted, or you're going to end up disappointed. Um, he thinks that things are continuing to be the same and not changing and not getting better. He is also following his old ways. He might not be like happy with the relationship right now because there's nothing changing. It's the same old, same old. And if things have changed, it's not the way he wants it. It's probably the way you want it. So either one of you, if you're demanding something, it's not changing anything. Or if it has changed, it's not a worthwhile change. And he's unhappy with the relationship and how it's going. He feels like there's no happiness and he's worried all the time about you and what you're doing. There might not be romance. There could be just maybe sex and that's it, but no romantic type of things. Um, like he feels a loss of yeah, yeah, he's insecure. That's it's not so much insecurity. I just think that he's not happy. Yeah, see, it's just to him it's just like, okay, same old shit, different day. So if it's not like exciting and you guys don't do any cool things together, or you don't go out and have fun and it's just like a home body type of thing, then he doesn't really think it's going anywhere. um he does deeply feel emotionally attached to you. um like he thinks that you know I wouldn't say bored, but I would say like he needs to like, it's both people's job to spice up the relationship if you want it spiced up. Communication is the key. So if everything has been the same for the past month and nothing's changed, then that's what I'm getting at. So you got to ask yourself this: in the last 30 days, has anything significantly changed in your relationship with him? If there isn't, then he's probably yes bored, or yes like insecure, or he feels like this is all this is gonna be. Like, what else can I do? He might be like contemplating on things and like trying to say, what else can I do? Like, I deeply feel for this person, he feels for you, and he does, like, I would say, yeah. So that's probably why he's probably like, yeah, she's got some outside dick or something, or she likes somebody else, or maybe she doesn't like me, or she just likes, you know, sex here and there, or she just wants everything her way. So that's what he might be saying about you. But I think that he wants to make initiative. He wants to like be strong and be forceful and like tell you things, but he knows it's not going to work. Because if he's tried to do that already and you've told him, look, buddy, it ain't fucking happening, you know? Right. Okay. Right when you said that, I was pretty much like, saw that in the cards here. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. He's lost. Right. He's like, if I tell her that she should be doing this or she should do that, she's gonna tell me fuck you and goodbye. Like, I don't think he's scared. He's just like you said, he doesn't want to rock the boat. Like, he's not okay with how things are. Like, he wishes that he could say more things or be more dominant, or like you said, he wishes he could take care of me more. But what the fuck are you gonna take care of? A man who has an independent woman, that's a plus. If you're independent, thank God. I don't want to be your daddy and your boyfriend and your fucking life support and your whatever. Like, you ain't coming to me every 5 minutes. Mark, can I have money? Mark, can I have this? Mark, can you do that? Mark, babe. No, 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 no. Hell no. If I have an independent woman that I don't have to say nothing to or remind you of anything, that's a blessing. That's the best relationship in the world for me if I ain't gotta tell you to do this and do that. Fuck that. You ain't saying, babe, did you wash all the clothes? Babe, did you take out the trash? It's trash today. Bitch, you take out the trash. It's trash today. See it right there? Wrap it up and go take it outside. You're such an asshole. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't want that. So if you're independent and you do the shit that you're supposed to do, then we'll be okay. But don't try and tell me what to do. That ain't happening. I'm independent, real independent. I do everything. I don't need no woman to do my shit. I just want a woman to iron my clothes and to wash my dishes. If you do that, I'll love you forever. I'll do everything else. Well, not everything else, but if you do those two things, we'll have a wonderful relationship. I'll rub your feet if they're clean, and I'll do other things to you if you want. You know, I can cook probably better than you, so don't try me. If you do cook better than me, I'll definitely wash your I'll definitely rub his feet. Oh, good. See, finally, you can wash my dishes. Thanks. Definitely. Honestly, I like cooking with my woman. Like, cook together. Honestly, it's so hard to find somebody that meets you halfway. It's annoying. Oh yeah, I don't cook Italian. I don't know how to cook Italian stuff, but I cook Portuguese food and I cook like, all sorts of nice shit, lobster and barbecue stuff and all sorts of nice things. But I'm willing to learn. You learn from me, I learn from you. Well, whose fault's that? That's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she could fold my clothes, but I can do that myself, but if she can fold the clothes too, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's cool. I know how to do a lot of things. My mommy taught me well. But I'm just like, and I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But if she said, "Babe, you cook and I'll wash the dishes," I'll be like, "Really? Promise?" Okay, cool. I'll wash the clothes and you iron it. How about that? Okay, cool. I love you too, babe. Did you iron my clothes or you did too? Okay, I got a treat for you. What's your treat? I got the rod of correction for you, baby. Anytime you need it. All you gotta do is press the button. Okay, let me concentrate here. You guys like to take me off the, my game over here. Start talking about these things. Nice compromise. Okay, good. See, yeah, yeah. See, the rod of correction gets you on the act every time. See, that's what it is. See, That's what these people have to understand. All right. To be fair, he does offer to do stuff, and I tell him no. I got it. Remember, I told you this last time. I told you last time, Caddy, if you remember, I remember telling you, just reading that sentence, I remember. So he does try, right? Like, I know it's hard because you're an air sign, and air signs don't like people doing shit for them unless they do it right. And sometimes we don't really want nobody's help because, people get offended because they want to help because their nature is helping. But we're like, nah, I'm got it. We're good, you know? But I told you last time, allow him to wear the pants every now and then. Allow him to do shit for you because it'll make him feel like, you know. Yeah, exactly. So not everybody's gonna do the shit that we do. I One of the things I always say is if I don't do it, it don't get done right. And everybody's like, you think you're better than me at this? And then I said, well, okay, well, you want to have a competition then? No, I said exactly. Just shut up and let me do it. Right. So look, it all depends on you. If you if he says, right, if he says, look, babe, I'll do it for you or whatever, you say, okay, go ahead. Even if he doesn't do it right, when he leaves, you can still do it again. Just let him, if you want to let him. It's up to you though. Um, if he's the type of person where he wants to do everything for you, and that's okay, to a certain extent. But if you're still together, then obviously something's right. But if you're like avoiding it and you really don't want him, he's got to like really don't want him around or some. Well, not really. I feel like he is a man, but and he feels like it. I just think that there's no changes. He thinks that nothing's changed. Like it's the same shit every day or the same shit every time. He sees you, he talks to you, he does things with you, he has sex with you, and then the next time it's the same shit again. Or, he feels like there needs to be a change, or he feels like nothing's worthwhile. Like, what am I doing here? Like, if this woman has everything and she does everything, then what the fuck am I gonna do? So I think that he's trying to figure out what can he do for you that you don't have or you don't do. But when you do everything, it kind of probably makes him feel like, fuck, what am I doing here? Nothing's changed. Like, if you don't say, oh, babe, remember that thing you did for me? It was so nice of you to do that, blah, blah, blah. Some people go on and on about what you've done for them, right? Or like, say if, you walk into this apartment and you hung these curtains right here, or I did it for you, and you be like, and I'll be like, yeah, I there's curtains, bang. What else can I do for her? Like, a guy who does handyman shit, he's always in. The woman loves him to death because he does everything that she wants. Oh, babe, can you hang this up for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you paint this? Can you do? Oh, yeah, sure, babe. What that type of shit. So maybe he's not that type of person that does those things. So he's trying to figure out something that he can do with his talents to make it worthwhile, to you. But I remember telling you last time, like, try and give him a chance to do things for you, so that way he feels like he's making a change or he's making you happy. So if you say, "Look, I got it, I'll do it," so he's like, "Well, what the fuck am I doing here? What am I gonna do for you?" Crazy enough, that's what the last woman said to my face. She goes, "I feel like I can't do anything for you. You have everything." And I was like, "Well, isn't that a good thing? See, what, you want to be my mom? You want to be my fucking little bitch to go get things and do things for me? If I was worthless, then you would be here trying to take care of me like you're my doctor or you're like my mommy or something. I don't need a mom. I need a companion so we can do things together." What you mean I have everything? What the fuck you talking about? So like people just don't get it. They don't understand that's the type of person you need, is a person who has things and don't need shit. They need you, not the things that you do. Materialistic things and all those other bullshit things are a joke. Need companionship is what people need. Like love, care, conversation, like doing things together. You shouldn't be sitting on a couch watching them cook. Get the fuck up and learn, or watch, or help, or get something that they need. Or while they're cooking, go do something else productive. Like there's always something to do. So how could you just like be bored of a relationship? There's so much shit to do. But see, people make the excuse because they don't want to make the effort. They're like, "Yeah, you do it. I'll just give you some coochie later. You'll be happy." So that's what you think. Not with me. Yeah, it makes me happy, but you're gonna make me happier if you actually get off your ass and learn from me and I learn from you and we do things together. But that don't happen in this world. Yeah, right. Yeah, if you don't get anything, then that's because he ain't doing nothing. You're only supposed to reward a man with the coochie if he's putting in the work for it. See, I ain't paying for it, but I'll put in some work for it. Sure. And when you do get the rod of correction, you will have no problem of doing it for me for no reason at all. And that's when you know where there's love. That's what love is. When you don't have to do nothing for it. It's automatic. That's why I'm single. It's women like, "You gotta work for this. Work for what? Fuck out of here, woman. You out of your damn mind. What you think that hole you have right there is all that is a cup, sweetheart. You wash that shit and use it again. Fuck you talking about? You gotta maintain that shit or else it'll stink. Get out away from me, woman." I tell women all the time, don't talk to me like that shit's gold. You out of your mind? Yes, I even said yes, Ninja. I don't know how many times she wants me to say it. Damn impatient Aquarius. Of course you didn't hear me. You need hearing aids, see? I said yes, Ninja. I said it loud too. Okay. Uh so yeah, Caddy, I would say that he needs change. He needs some type of excitement because he feels like, yeah, he wants to see a change. Yeah. So my question to you is, from me to you, has anything significantly changed that makes you say, okay, I really want this guy in my life because he did this or did that, or things are great? If not, then that answers the question. Because the cards are telling me he's not seeing any worthwhile changes. You're worthwhile, but he wants different things. He wants like some other type of, shit. He wants to see more productivity. If not, he's going to be like, fuck this, I'm done. But he doesn't want to break your heart or disappoint you or, like you said, rock the boat. Because he knows you're the type of woman be like, oh, you don't want me anymore? You don't want no productivity and no change? Okay, look, here's the door. See you later, buddy. There's a lot of rods of corrections out there. I don't need you. Goodbye. Like he probably fears that. He probably fears like if I say something to her, I'm gonna lose her. So I might as well just shut up and just not make any changes, because if I change, what is it gonna do? So it could also be that if you change, if he changes, how are you gonna take it? Or if that's the thing. Yeah, it's boring. But see, that's the thing. When you have somebody, right, but that's what, if you guys are adults, you should be talking about that shit. And if he doesn't want to talk to you about those things, then that don't make no sense. That's his fault. That's his problem. One thing about me, like if I really want to have a serious conversation with anyone, I'll be like, look, can you talk right now? Oh, you can? Okay, cool. Just come sit here. I don't want you to say one word until I'm finished. That's the first thing I say. I don't want you to say nothing until I'm finished. And if you butt in, I'm going to tell you, shut up and let me finish. And you're going to be like, okay. Don't try and take me off my mental game. I'm going to tell you everything I need to tell you. And then you can respond, and I won't say a damn word. I'm just writing it down in my brain. And then we're good. You say what you want, I say what I want, and then we analyze each other's opinions or situations, and then we go from there. What's so fucking hard about that? There's no reason to argue either. Unless you're accusing me or you're lying to me, then we're going to have a problem. Then that's when the sword comes out. The King of Sword comes out, and then you get cut off. Well, that's the thing. Everybody always says to me that I'm intimidating. I don't find myself intimidating at all. I find that I'm a very open and honest person, and I'll conversate with you if I feel like you're worth conversating to. But if you're going on and on and on and on about nothing, and you're like you're an idiot, then I'm not gonna communicate with you, because you don't have no common sense. And I can't sell you common sense because you wouldn't have the common sense to buy it. Exactly. Right. So what I would suggest to you is, like I say to most women, if you have a man that needs to be held by the hand and say, come here, sweetheart, talk to me. What's going on? What do you want out of this relationship? What do you want? What do you want to do? Are you happy? If you are, tell me why you're happy. If you're not happy, tell me why you're not happy. If you want something to change, tell me what you want to change. And I'll say yes, no, or fuck off and go. So, you either make it or break it now, sweetheart. Tell me everything. If not, this ain't gonna work. That's how I am. That's why none of my shit lasts. I'll be honest. Like if I feel like the person I'm with is not happy, or they're scared of me or something like that, I'm gonna say, look, I can't handle you being scared of me. You shouldn't be. I'm not gonna hurt you physically. So, like, what do you want to know? Yeah, give him a drink. Get some Grey Goose. Get him loose. Right, exactly. Just tell him that. That's all. Oh yeah, Ali, I saw the pics you sent me. I'm glad. I hope you guys are all right. right, so you say who will be helping? You're banged up, but okay. Yeah, sure. Caddy, no problem. Well, see, there you go. It takes two. Like I know, I mean, only you know what you have to do. So like I think you should communicate with him and he should communicate with you and you guys should sit down and have a drink and have a nice conversation. Leave it all out on the table. That's what I suggest. I always tell everybody communication is the key. You might not like the communication or you might not like what the person has to say, but at least it gets out there. At least you know where you stand. Don't make sense portraying a fraud or living a fake ass relationship life. That's why my relationships don't last. Because once I get fed up, I'm like, look, sweetheart, we gotta have a talk. I can't believe you think that. Oh yeah, I do think that, and I know that because you're doing that, and I'll prove it. Here you go. You're an asshole. Bye. I said, oh, that's what I always get. I'm an asshole and goodbye, right? Yeah. But you didn't do anything wrong. You're perfect, right? You came out of the fucking, your mother's womb, just no problem, right? You're just perfect, right? Yeah, whatever. You didn't like what I told you, didn't? Too bad. Don't let that door hit you on the ass on the way out. I can't handle people. I really can't. Like, deal with stupidity and lies and all that shit. But hopefully one day God gives me somebody that's, 95% decent. Yeah, exactly. But that's the way you should be. Everybody should be blunt and get it out there and tell the truth and just say what you want. And if you're not getting it, then don't be in the relationship. If you are getting what you want, then amen. We're good. All right, Ali, you say. Your first question, I would say that it's possible to get a cosigner and a down payment. I see the cosigner is almost a guarantee. A down payment is a woman that we might be dealing with you. Um, so as far as who will be helping you with the car, it looks like a woman will be helping you with the car, and you'll get good news about this whole thing. And there could be definitely a cosigner as well. It could be both. You might need both, or the person that you get does both. Yeah. I got a Queen of Swords, a woman that's single, doesn't have anybody. A person who's separated or just a widow or somebody like that. Your granny. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can get both, or your granny could do both. Okay, cool. Either way, both is a definite. Then you said, well, they estimate the car to be around 21, 22. I would say like it'll be around that price, around like it'll be around that price. I think there's gonna be like three different estimates, to be honest. I think you'll get like three different estimates, or you're gonna need a couple estimates, and then one of them will like be the resolution to the problem. So it looks like that'll be fine as well. Like the estimate will be around that. It'll be around 20. Um, yeah. So it's around that. All right. So you're saying, so what? Somebody hit you though? Like somebody hit your car? Every time like there's an eclipse, like some crazy shit happens. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Ninja. At least you guys are alive and okay. Glad you guys are okay. That's the main thing. Fuck the car. The car can be fixed. You can't. So, you know. Oh shit. All right, that's good. Yeah, reckless fucking teenagers. You know, that's crazy. As far as like getting the same car, I don't think that that's probably not going to happen. But a newer one is still up in the air right now because of the price and how much it's going to cost and how much you can get for it. Um, right now, it's saying no on the same car and no on like a different car. Like it's saying right now, it's still in the process. So I guess the reason why is because you have to find out exactly how much money it's going to take and how much like it's going to like and what's the availability of the car. So I'm getting no on both right now. But let me just check something. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get the same type of car. It's gonna be a different car. Something's gonna come up where you're gonna get a different model or different type of car. You're not a Toyota now. Yeah. Like there might be a different car that you like, not necessarily a Toyota or something like that. It's gonna be something different where you're gonna be like, yeah, I'd rather get this one. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think something different's gonna come up, not a Toyota, but something different. So it looks like you'll be getting something different because it's telling me that you're gonna get something different. Lexus, yeah. There you go. In Bermuda right now, there's like a really nice Mercedes SUV. It just came here to the island like this year, and I saw a silver one there, and I was like, I wish I can have one of those. But I have a Peugeot van because I have my business, so I can't have like a luxurious car. Like I wouldn't be able, I don't want to pay for another car. I don't want to have two cars. So like when I get older one day, I'd love to get one. Like when I'm retired, I'd like to get a nice Mercedes like SUV. I saw one yesterday when I was with my nephew. We were in the city and I saw one parked. It looked so nice, the way it's shaped and stuff. I've always been like a Mercedes Benz type of lover, and I like Audis too. The best car I ever drove in my life was probably a Chrysler. I drove a Chrysler in Atlanta when I was like 25 years old, and it was the best car I ever drove in my life. It like when I drove it, you didn't feel no bumps. You didn't. The suspension was just going with the like with the road. It was just like sticking to the road, and it's like this is like the best ever. And they're so easy to drive, and they were like they were amazing. That was like probably the one of the best cars I've ever drove. And the second best car I drove was an Audi when I was in the States. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't take long. Finding a car doesn't take that long. I just think that you'll have options. Yeah, Acuras are good too. Yeah. I love my Peugeot. You guys don't have Peugeots in America, I don't think, because it's a French car. But here we have a lot of European cars. Like, you know what? You had an Audi and a Mercedes. Yeah, there's a nice. I love Mercedes and I love Audis. Yeah, I have a Peugeot. It's a Peogeot. It's a European car. They're all over there. The European, like you all over Europe. I don't think the United States has them. I've never seen them out there. They wouldn't buy French cars anyway because the French are not really known for their cars. But I had a Mitsubishi when I first when I first my first car was a Mitsubishi and my second car was this car, the Peugeot. And this car is going 16 years old and I haven't had much problems at all. It's been very, very good. Yeah. Yeah, Mitsubishi is a very good car. My sister's got a Mitsubishi SUV. It's nice. All right, your last question. You said, will mom's new boss be a micromanager? All right, let's check. Ninja, it looks like your new boss will be. It looks like it's a lady, and she's gonna get along with you. You guys are gonna be, will click very well. And if it is a lady, she's gonna be very good. She might be like from another country or another place, or she might have like a different heritage or in the same like type of, or she might be like have same interests in you. You actually show up in the reading. You got the star card here at the end. Like you Aquarius people are getting your own cards now, you know. But yes, it says that it could be a micromanager. Yes, regardless of what they are, it's this person is very good at what they do business wise, and you'll click with the person, you'll like the person, and you'll get along with them, and you'll be very happy to have them. They're going to be a really good boss and a really good person. The woman, if it is a woman, she's got black long hair, and she's very good at what she does. I mean, it could be a guy because the Three of Wands has a woman on here, but it could be a guy. If it is a guy, it doesn't matter. It the person themselves are a really nice person and are really good at what they do. If this person deals with like importation or like people in a foreign country or in another state, like going back and forth and like what do you call it? Like foreign exchange type of things or any type of like business like that, or they might have been in a foreign country and now they're coming to your place. Oh, and then who cares if it's a man or a woman if you're going in 6 months, silly. Now I'm getting it's a woman. I asked if it's a man, it says no. But I don't really want to like say if it's a man or woman because people get offended now, People have gender rights now. So maybe they are a woman, but they want to be called a man, or maybe they're a man and want to be called a woman. I have no clue. Tarot don't have that shit, But yeah, I'm getting that it's a woman, to be honest. Virgo. Virgo, you want a message or you're good? Or did I give you one yet? I can't remember. I'm surprised you're still awake. You didn't get phone slap yet? Hey, I'm only stating the facts. I'm not. I'm. I gotta say what I gotta say. It's Saturday. Yeah, I know. Oh, she might work on Sundays. I don't know. You're welcome, Ninja. So yeah, Ali, it looks okay. Nothing bad. I don't get nothing bad in the reading. I get all like positive things. Nothing really serious. Not as serious. Everything looks okay. Caddy, you can go ahead and ask your next question if you're ready. You're welcome anytime, no problem. You know me, I gotta talk shit. That's cool. I can handle it. I'm always locked and loaded. Okay. Virgo, your card is self-esteem, and it says, possess I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So I usually get messages through dreams. And the other day I had a nightmare about a friend I've known for 20 plus years. Oh no. Right? Yeah, I don't work on Sundays either. Sometimes I do, but only when I have to. Okay, Hermana. Sweet dreams. Love you. Take care. And it's always good seeing you. And thanks. And don't give a dickhead any time of day. Make him firm out the mouth like a doggy. And and I'm and the dream said, Caddy, something is after me. I need your help. And when he said that, a demon appeared and tried to push me away from him, and I told me I could never save him. That's interesting. Hmm. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, of course they're gonna laugh at you because they know. The thing is, the reason why you had that dream, to be honest, in my opinion, is you're probably the only positive thing in this person's life at the moment. If you are the only positive thing in this person's life, then that's why the devil doesn't want you in their life, because they're trying to destroy this person's life or make it worse than it already is, or not change this person's life and keep them, miserable, and keep them away from God and away from people like you who, have that type of power over them or effect on them. So if you sit there and encourage this person and say, yeah, you can do it, you'll be fine. The demon's like, no, 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 no. I'm going to come in your dreams and I'm going to like annoy you. Yeah. And that's what it is. This person has bad energy in their circle. So the only good energy could be you and maybe a limited amount of people. Yeah, I mean, they come in the dream. They came in the dreams because um they come in your dreams because they have no other way to come towards you, because in the physical, like in your physical world, they can't come around you because you might believe in God too much, and they're like, yeah, I can't change her mind. They know whose mind you can change and whose mind you can't. So that's why he probably came and the demon comes in a dream to tell you not to be around that person, or you can't change them. But that's a lie. Devil lies all the time. He came to me subconsciously and asked for help. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take dreams too like serious, but if you saw all of that and it was vivid and you have it like that, it's just the devil's way of saying it's me against you and you're not gonna change this guy's mind. You know what I'm saying? But you can only do so much because if he's not doing for himself, then what are you gonna do? The only thing you can do is like keep being supportive, keep helping if you want to, if you keep helping the person and keep making sure that they're okay. But you should actually tell them about the dream. You should say, "Hey, look, I had this dream about you and I'm worried about you. You might have like devilish fucking people around you." And he might say, I feel the same way. I feel like the energy's bad and whatnot. And the only way you can get rid of that shit is by getting the rid of the people that you deal with, because they might be trying to lure him in to be a part of. Let me tell you, the devil works super hard. God don't really wanna like work hard. You should automatically work hard for him, whereas the devil, will work hard for you because he wants to prove that you should be on his side. God has nothing to prove. He already did what he had to do. See what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't look at it like that. Oh, okay. Hmm. Apparently, she's been playing with his emotions. Yeah, I get a lot of worry and like unhappiness around him with a woman. Um, because the reason why is because this woman has her guard up and she's like never telling him the truth, or she's like, I said this earlier to someone else, she's perceiving the unknown, which means she's always saying, "Oh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe later. I don't know. Maybe next week I can do that." It's like you never get a real answer. And when a person does that, that's a person that has unknown written on them. You never know what the fuck they're doing, but they know what they're doing, but they're not going to tell you. And that leaves you always in suspense and suspicion. And that's why people do that shit, because they feel like they don't have to tell you everything all the time, or they don't feel like it's right to tell you what they're doing with their life. Even though you're being honest and telling them, it doesn't matter. If they don't tell you, that they feel like they're not obligated to. So I see a person around him that does that. He might be giving this person like a lot of shit, like gifts, money, taking care of them, and she's doing it because she's trying to use him for everything he has, because he might have a better job, a better life, better finances, and that's what it's all about. Like, she doesn't care about romance and sex and all that shit. She wants money. She wants gifts. She wants charity, and he's dumb enough to give it to her, and that's why like she's the devil in disguise. And he doesn't realize. He probably realizes it, but he just thinks that that's the way to do it. See, people get comfortable because they give things to people and they take, and she never says, she still takes it, and he's dumb enough to give it or to do it. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm taking this guy for everything. I don't fucking care." Right. And the reason he can't see through the smoke because he's getting what he wants, and so is she. Yeah, right. Virgos are sometimes very gullible. I know a lot of Virgo men that will do everything for the woman and the woman don't do fucking nothing, and vice versa. I know Virgo women that do everything for that man, and then the guy just sits back and does whatever he wants to do, and you know exactly. Virgos care a little bit too much sometimes. Yeah, that's like me. I'm Virgo moon, so I have all that Virgo emotion in me, and it shows a lot sometimes. But if this guy is the type of guy who's loving, caring, giving, and will give everything to the person he loves, and that person says, "Oh, great, this dumbass is giving me everything," so I'm taking it until he realizes what he's doing. And if he's not realizing what he's doing, then he's just going to continue to do it. And that's why you had that nightmare and that dream, because you see it and the devil doesn't want you to see it. The devil's like, no, no, don't try and save him. We want him to fuck up. We want him to feed this woman, and give her everything because she's a little devil herself, which I see here in the cards. She's the type of person that's going to take him for everything he's got. And if he's dumb enough to give it to her, then he's gonna be the one that's caught out. Yeah. Well, the reason why, let me tell you, when things are good, people usually say how good it is, right? And when it's bad, the energy just floats out there for you to dream about it and for you to know about it because you kind of sense it, you kind of feel it. And that's what usually happens. You feel it. You're like, I know something's wrong here. I had the same situation happen with my cousin. I can tell he wasn't happy with his wife. And I asked him, I said, how's things with you and your wife, man? You mind me asking? Because I had spirit like nagging the shit out of me, telling me and it was his like uncle that was saying, see if you can talk to him about his relationship because his wife is like not the right person for him. And a couple of days ago, he called me and told me he's getting a divorce. There you go. I honestly don't know why people get married and never live with each other for years and years and years and then possibly get married. Like I don't think I will get married. I can't say never, but I don't think I'll get married like right away. I just can't see myself doing that. Especially after how things are in the world right now where people just get married and get divorced right away. That shit's fucking bullshit. You waste all this money on a wedding and then you waste more money on a divorce. That don't make no sense. You might as well just spend money on each other and have fun and go to places and do shit. Fuck that wedding and fuck that divorce. Just do whatever you want. And then when you break up and you separate, you go each other's way. You ain't gotta go through courts or divorces or none of that shit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't want that shit. Yeah, I need 3 years of living with you at least before I even think about marriage. I mean, I can get engaged to you, but that's just a ring on your finger. That's like a symbol of us being together and, preparing for marriage. But I need to live with you for more than a year to actually know who you are. That's how I'm going to get to really know you, by living with you. And that's the mistake a lot of people make. If I ain't living with you for at least a year or two, then and it ain't working, then it ain't gonna work. And I mean living with you every day, wake up together, go to sleep together, cook together, do things together, pay bills together, and see how you last. If you last 2 years, then I'm married. Right. But see, people think that it's going to end up getting better, and it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Like, I'm not trying to be negative and trying to like say that nothing works. That's not true because everybody's different. I know some people that have been married for years and they're happy and they're fine and they got kids and they got a great life. But I know people who have been together the same amount of time and fine and had problems and never like got a divorce and still going and live in separate fucking rooms and shit like that just to not get divorced because it's too expensive. Or they don't want to lose shit. Or they don't want to split shit. So you're just gonna live miserable your whole life then. So then don't get married. Fuck. You could be together and not get married. You know that, right? Like I tell people that all the time. Marriage is just making things official with a ring, a paper, and a pen. Like you don't need that shit. You don't need that. That's just a label that they put on you, and it's the worst label ever created, in my opinion. Like, yes, I would love to get married. I'm sure a lot of people do, but you don't have to. And if you do, make sure it's 100% right and put shit in paper and lawyers and shit. If you do get a divorce, you're not getting fucks from me. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm saying, look, sweetheart, I'm just a covering my ass. You ain't getting fucks from me if we get a divorce. You go your way and I go mine. If you don't want me no more, just tell me and I'm goodbye. I'm packing my shit. You can fuck off. You ain't taking half of my shit. Crazy. I don't want half of yours either. You take your shit, I take mine, and go about your business. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to protect yourself, and being a single mom, and like having a son, you got to prepare yourself for the next generation, your family, not his family taking your shit. No fucking way. I'm seeing that shit happen oh so often, man. I watched my brother and sister get a divorce, and I would never want to go through that shit. I've seen my best friends go through divorces. Good night, Ninja. Take care. I saw what you text me. I mean, gender is gender. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting like a woman in the cards. It could be a guy, but he might be a feminine type of guy, or he just might have feminine energy, or it could mean that he will like you as the woman. So it's a general, answer. So, it could be that or not be that. If it's a guy, I would say that, you know, he will like you and like women. So be aware of that. So should I just pray for my friend? Well, you can pray for people all you want, but I can pray for you every day. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then what's the sense? That prayer is not going to get transferred. You know what I'm saying? That's my belief. Well, if he's open to that or open to protecting himself like that, you see what I'm saying? Like if you want to tell him about the water and the sea salt and all that, go for it. That would definitely help if he's open to doing that. But you have to make sure you tell him not to tell anybody he's doing that. Because if you do, it gets erased. You know what I'm saying? You can't be telling people, oh yeah, my friend told me to put sea salt and water in my house and take away the negative energy. They're like, oh, really? That shit ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying? So Like, make sure if he's open to it, then he's got to do it in his own home, and he's got to be the one that does it. Not you. You can tell him what to do, but he has to be open to doing it. Right? Exactly. You're trying to get rid of it for good. So in order for to get rid of it to good, you have to do it all. You have to do it where they don't know. Like, even if you do it for him, it's okay because only you know, and you're doing it, and you're doing it with a good intention. But if he tells people that he's doing it, it might not work because they might zap it and say, no, no, that ain't gonna happen. So you have to be very careful doing those things. But like I said, you could pray for them all you want. I pray for people all the time. I pray for my family. I pray for me and everything. But if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then prayer ain't gonna help them really, because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I can't remember what somebody said one time. They was like, "Pray for yourself. Don't worry about praying for everybody else." But nah, don't feel that way. You can only do so much. It's up to him. You know what I'm saying? If he really loves that woman and he's with her and he's been with her for a while, he's got to learn his lesson. It's not for you to stop his lesson. See, you're nobody to stop his lesson. That's why the devil laughed at you and said, "You think you're gonna stop this? No, no, no. Only person that can stop him is him." And that's it. And that's why the devil's like, "No, no." That's why your dream was the way it was. You can't stop him from doing it unless you lock him up in a room in a basement and chain his ass to something and just feed him water and bread. But I'm sure you don't want to go through that. No, you can't. You won't, because it's not for us to stop. I've tried to stop people tons of times, but it never worked, and they end up coming to me and saying, I can give you an example right now. Like yesterday, I got a phone call from a friend of mine that I did a job with, and he told me that he hasn't been paid from this guy for a year. He's still waiting for his money. And I said, didn't I fucking tell you not to deal with this guy? And didn't I tell you this guy was dealing with me in a certain way, and I was gonna fucking slap the shit out of him and all that stuff and demand my shit? And he treated me like so and so, and you didn't believe me because you thought he was your buddy and pal? Yeah, there you go. That's what you get. I tell you already, I know people. I know what I'm looking at. I can tell people inside and out. Not too many people have tricked me. I can see right through them. If he doesn't learn his lesson now, he will just repeat it with someone else. Well, that's the thing, Caddy, is we can't really we can pray for people and we can do things to help them. But if if you if they don't help themselves and they don't get their shit right, like you just admitted it right here. You said I was with my baby daddy, and the third year I realized, like, this ain't gonna work. And you had to deal with it, right? And now you're no longer with him because you made the choice. But I'm sure your mom, your friend said you should not be around your baby daddy. This fucking guy's an idiot. Or you should have never had a kid with this guy. You should have never whatever did with this guy or whatever. I'm sure that happened. But now you know that you made a mistake. So you had to learn your lesson. I'm sure your mom prayed for you. I'm sure your friends prayed for you. I'm sure the devil was poking your ass the whole time. Yeah, don't go back. Stay with this dickhead. See, there you go. I rest my case. I rest my case. And guess what? My mom is 77. She's getting 78. And my mom told me that she's been here in Bermuda for 50 something years. And when she left Portugal by herself to come to my dad to get married to him, right? She said, you're making a bad decision going to this guy by yourself to get married to him. Mothers and fathers and shit like that, they're never gonna be okay with the people you're with because they don't want to see their babies with somebody. Even if the person's decent, it doesn't matter. They always think it's a wrong situation. I don't know. I hardly know anybody that's positive about who somebody's with or who your child's with or who your daughter's with or your siblings or your friends with. I don't think anybody accepts anybody. But hey, that's something that you have to learn. That's a lesson you learn. You got to go through friends and family and people to understand. I just mentioned this yesterday, last night. I was saying how I met so many fucked up people on here in the last 4 years, but I've also met a lot of wonderful people. So I siphon through the people and say, you're good, you're bad, fuck you, block you, you're never coming back here anymore. I don't care about you. I love you. Yes, I love you, and you're my favorite, or you're somebody who I love and care about. I'll deal with you. Yes, things like that. We just have to make our choices right. We just have to make the right choices. Keep the right people. I understand. I never wanted my sister to get a divorce. I'm lying. I did, but like, it was just like a thought. I was like, yeah, she could do better than this guy. She should not even be with this asshole. He doesn't even deserve her or the kids or his life. He shouldn't even be on the earth. And I said that for the past 10 years. And here we are. She's been with him for 25 years and finally getting a divorce. And in the past 6 months since she's been separated, she's like, the fucking happiest person in the world. And so are the kids, and so are me. Oh, I've been there. And she told me, you were the only consistent person that told me year in and year out to get rid of this guy. And I used to tell you, are you crazy? I'm not getting no damn divorce. He's not that bad. And I'm like, he's bad enough. And now that she's not with him, she sees how evil he is. And I said, well, all I can say is I told you so. That's really sad. Sometimes I get really upset that there's so many fucked up people in this world. And, I always see a person or a woman that I like, and I would say, yeah, I would love to date her, or I would love to marry her, or I'd love to be with her. Then I'm like, nah, I don't really want that headache. Fuck that. That's what I've been saying lately. Honestly, like, women are like saying hello to me and shit in the store or on my travels. They're like, oh, hi. I'm like, oh, hi. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, you are. I've been like getting not hit on, but like getting acknowledged lately. And I'm like, here's my chance. I can just like say, hey, let's exchange numbers, let's date. But like the other part of me, I had the devil and the angel on each shoulder. And the devil's like, go for that thing, go hit it. And the angel's like, Marky, stay single. You don't want that headache. That's exactly how I feel. I honestly feel that way right now. Where I feel like everywhere I go, a woman starts talking shit to me or like will say hi to me and get me like feeling like, oh yeah, she probably wants some D. Cool. I'll hit it. And then the other angels like, you don't want those problems. Spirits like in my ear, like, no, that's not the one. Don't go there. It's crazy, dude. It's been happening a lot lately. It's crazy. I'll tell you a brief story before I go. I went to you just got to be open to hearing it. That's all. As soon as you hear that shit, you just ask spirit to tell you. That's all. And that naturally happens for me for years. I always hear like those voices say, no, no, or yes, okay, yeah, try it. Or this ain't gonna work. But I went to the grocery store yesterday with my nephew. And as I found a park like right on the street. So I'm parking there and I parked. And then as soon as I looked up like this and turned my key off, there was a bike, a motorcycle in front of me that was in the motorcycle park. I was right next to the first motorcycle that was parked in the 10 Park Bay. So I see like the indicator flashing on the bike, and the keys were in the bike, but nobody was on it. And I'm like, this person left their keys in the bike and left the key on. The bike wasn't on, but the key was on and the indicator was flashing. And I'm like, how can this person leave this bike here unattended with the key in it? Somebody can just hop on this bike and just go. And I was like, maybe this is a test, or maybe like, but I didn't touch it. I didn't care. It's not mine. I ain't worried about it. But my nephew was like, yeah, that's weird. And I noticed it because I looked and I saw it. So then I go into the shop with my nephew and we're going through getting what we need. And here's this like sexy woman. She's in this aisle getting some fruit. And I look at her and she looks at me. She's like, hi. I'm like, oh, hi, how you doing? She's like, I'm okay. And she's like smiling all giddy. And my nephew is like, you're something else. You speak to all these women. And I was like, well, she spoke to me. She goes, yeah, I know. And I was like, I told my nephew, I said, she's sexy, and he goes, whatever, man. Like he gets shy, he gets irritated because all I do is talk about, women and things, and make him, get, adjust his mind to, wanting a woman and things like that. He knows me, right? So we like to talk a lot of shit. So anyway, this same woman, she goes to the cash register. I go to another cash register. So I go out, she goes out before me, and then I go out right after her. She's the one that was on the damn bike that had the key. She goes to the bike, looks at the key and says, oh shit, I heard her. And then she goes underneath her seat to get the helmet, puts her helmet on, gets her phone, looks at her phone, and then I walk out, like I walk towards her, like, because I can see her and I can hear her and see, like, and I'm talking to my nephew and blah, 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 walking towards the car, and I can see her doing whatever. So then I go next to her and she's like, oh, hi, again. And I'm like, oh, hi. And I was like, I'll direct you out because you can't back out into this traffic because there's a lot of people coming. I know you can't see because my car is here. Oh, she goes, oh, thank you. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's all good. I'll help you. So my nephew is shaking his head like, you were waiting for this, weren't you? I'm like, hey, what just happened? I'm a good Samaritan. I help the sexy women. So anyway, she had to back out into the main road. So I told her, look, the light's red now. You might as well go ahead and do it, and I'll stop this guy from coming. So I stopped the traffic, and she backed out. And she was like, thank you. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. No problem. So she just rode off, and she was looking in her mirror back at me getting into my car because she probably thought I was bullshitting, right? She probably said, yeah, this guy's trying to get me or something. But I got in my car and she looked right at me. And then she just rode off. And my nephew laughed the whole way home. He goes, how weird is that? That we pulled up to this parking bay. We saw the key and the bike was on. Then the girl spoke to you in the shop. And then you ended up letting her out of the traffic. And like, how the fuck does that happen? And I was like, hey, look, I just had to be here for it. That's all. It's not my fault. So he was laughing so much. He was like, I can't believe that shit. Like her bike could have got stolen. I was like, hey, look, maybe she had to see me because, so her bike won't get stolen. Or if it did get stolen, I'd probably have to give her a lift and kick you in the back seat. And he just started laughing. But it was weird how that all happened. Like, you know what I mean? It's just weird shit like that happens. And you're like, what the heck? It's like, what the heck is happening here? So like, it was pretty much like an opportunity that I had to like, say something to her, get her name, get her phone number or something like that. I could have did something. She could have said, oh no, I have a boyfriend. Sorry. So like, I was like, nah, I don't really fucking want to deal with this shit. I don't need a woman that leaves her bike key in her bike and, be calling me. I'll be busy. She'll be like, babe, I left my key in my bike again and someone took it this time. Can you please pick me up? I'm like, oh God. My sign from God was seeing that key in her bike that day, and I should have never dealt with her because she's dopey enough to leave her key in the damn bike master, and now I'm gonna drive all over the damn place. Oh no. The bathtub's never for her. She'll get in the shower, not in the bathtub. She ain't that privileged yet. Yeah, I'd be her hero, yeah. I'd be her hero, yeah. Great. Marky to the rescue again. So yeah, I've had things like that. Yeah. I'll take the shower. It's easier. It's not. It's less romantic. Yeah. That's our space. Can't have her. I can't let her do the things that we do. That ain't happening. But yeah, as far as the guy that you're dealing with, I would say let him learn his own lessons. Unfortunately, if you want to help him with the sea salt and water, you can. That's a good idea. If you want, if he's into it, then I would say get some holy water as well, and tell him to put like sea salt in all the corners of his house. He might think it's crazy. I don't know how he feels about spirituality or like, getting negative energy out of his house. If he doesn't want to go through that route, you can always like get a lemon and put a lemon on a napkin and just put it on in a room somewhere, and it'll absorb the energy too. Oh, that's cool. If he's willing to do those things, it'll be good for him. It'll be good to get that energy away. You can also, because you had that dream, you should also do it too. Because dreaming about shit like that is not good either. Because it stays in your mind. I mean, I know you're good, but it's just it'd be good to like just go through like a little cleansing in your area too. If you can get your hands on lavender oil, just put a couple drops of oil on your bed or on your on pillow. Obviously, don't put too much, but just put like 3 drops on your pillow and then flip it so you don't have to like smell it all the time. But it'll help with your dreams and with your like your protection of your stuff. Oh, well, that's good. That's probably why it happened because he wasn't there. I've always seen you protected by your uncle. I think it was your uncle Jerry, if I'm correct. And you have spirit around you. So yeah, do the lemon, it'll work. You don't have to do the sea salt and water. It's not necessary, but you can do a lemon if you want. Yeah, Uncle Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, I always see you got people helping you and protecting you, so you're good. I used to always, when I was younger, I used to always feel like the devil was around me and he wanted to like get me. I felt like a negative entity around me when I was younger because I was always around a lot of people. And see, when you're around a lot of people, that's what happens. Or if you have someone very toxic around you, it can definitely like get attached to you and say, okay, you're next because you're not protected. Yeah, if you heard that, it was probably like them trying to like wake you up. It was probably like your Uncle Jerry or somebody trying to knock on things. Um, it's possible. It's possible because anybody who comes into your house brings shit. And well, the only way you can be sure of that is if he brings things to the house. Like, does he bring stuff there when he comes? Anything in a bag that he brings and you dispose of it in your trash in your room, then that could be that too. Make sure you never dispose of things in your room and put it in the kitchen or in the trash can in the garage or somewhere outside. Whatever he brings, make sure when he leaves, you take his shit and put it outside. The spend the night bag, yeah. The spend the night bag can also bring energy there. Yep. But usually what happens is how the energy gets transferred, and I kind of proved it to somebody not too long ago. They confirmed it. And is when people come over to your house and they bring something from their house to your house and put it in your trash can. If you don't take that trash out that day, then that shit starts to like linger through the house because it's being transferred from negative to positive. So the negative will always like try to override that. I never forget did a reading for somebody, and I always tell people this story sometimes that the person used to come and bring baked goods all the time, like cookies or brownies or like whatever. And then this person had allergies, and they used to like use the person's tissues and say, "Can I have a tissue?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, here you go." The person would take his tissue, blow their nose, and put it in their trash can. And because like it was just a Kleenex and that the person didn't remove the trash every day. It was like one of these little small trash cans that were in her room, and when it gets full, they'll dispose of it after a week or two or whatever. So because that person's snot and Kleenex and energy was in her room, she always felt a certain way and thought that that woman brought negative energy, but she really wasn't, because she could, in her thoughts, she was like, "Oh, she's bringing me cake. She's bringing me this. She's my friend." But she would like, because she like used the Kleenex and had her energy on it and put it in your energy in your room. That's why that happened. And when I said that to her, spirit was saying, because I thought it was weird. I was like, "What do you mean?" Like the spirit was saying, it was like she puts a paper in her trash can and it ignites the negative energy. And I'm like, "What?" So I asked the person if that person does that, and she was like, "Yeah." I'll never forget that day. I was baffled. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." But it's true though. If you think about it, that person's leaving their energy, physical energy from their nose in your fucking trash can. If you put shit in there, that's you. But if someone else does it, it's still in your room, in your trash can, and it's just gonna like, the energy is transferred. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, but if you feel negative, that's what happened. But when you had that dream, that day, when did you last see the guy that you dreamt about? Like the guy you're talking about. When was the last time you saw him physically? Was it a couple days before the dream, the night of the dream? You haven't seen him since February physically. But like, did you speak to him like before the dream at all? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Ah, videos will do it then. See, there you go. There you go. That's why the videos left images in your brain. That's what it is. The videos left images in you. You know how we guys see like a movie and then we dream of the movie? That's why you had the dream, because you had sent videos to each other. So the energy got transferred through the videos. Problem solved. Because if you don't see the person physically, then you're obviously looking at pictures of them, videos of them, or they're looking at videos of pictures of you. See it. Right. See how, like I say, I see people's pictures and I know exactly what they're about, or I can see them through the pictures, or I can get the energy through the pictures. That's what I do. And you're probably got the same type of feeling. I can't remember. It's like Claire or something, but I don't give a shit about Claire. But like it's a visionary. That's what I call it. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's why his energy got drained through through the pictures and the videos. So that's why you got what you got. Yeah, a lot of people look like shit because the devil makes them look like that and has them looking like that, and taking your energy makes you look like shit. And there you go. See, you were looking through the pictures and the video is saying fuck, something's wrong with him. And then the devil came to your dreams and said, you ain't helping him, don't even think about it, and tried to scare you from helping him. But see, your intuition and your instinct was right. What he is, something is wrong with him. And rightfully so. And it's always about a relationship, guaranteed. That's usually the number one problem. Well, sometimes the devil's in disguise. The woman he's with is probably the devil herself. I used to tell people that all the time. But there you go. Yeah. Some people just can't handle relationships. They just don't know what to do, or they can't handle it. They don't know what to do in it. Yeah, some people just love drama and love shitty ass women. That's why hoods get all the love. A lot of hoods get love. A lot of dogs, a lot of men, like doggish men and asshole cheating men, get all the good love and the good people and the good women, fine ass women. That's how it is. The nice people don't have nice people. See, we have to learn lessons. We have to go through lessons, and so do they. They can't handle themselves. I always tell people, there's a lot of toxic people that we date, but they don't go after toxic people like them, because they're gonna see themselves a reflection of themselves. They don't want that. They want to pounce on a weak person. People always want to be better than somebody else, or you know pounce on the opportunity of getting a one up on somebody, or having somebody pay their way, or do shit for them, or whatever the case may be. That's why I can't deal with people anymore. I really can't. I don't have time for friends, family, relationships. I don't really care for that unless the person is really putting in a solid effort and really showing me that they're genuine and kind and loving and caring and honest. If I don't catch them in a lie in the first 6 months that I know them, then that's a good sign. That's my opinion. Friend, family, whatever. If you're lying to me and I catch you in a lie, I'm probably gonna not speak to you no more, or I'm gonna be very cautious about talking to you about anything. And if anything comes out of your mouth, I know it's guaranteed a lie, or if you are telling the truth, I have to like still analyze or test your sincerity. I'm been done with that. I'm had enough. At my age right now, I really like don't know if there is any decent, genuine people left. I'm still trying to find them. And I'm not perfect by no means. And I'm not talking like I am perfect, you know, but I'm not a liar, a cheater, a narcissist, or a piece of shit, or a violent like person in a relationship. Like, I'm very much wanting to be that person that you need and want. But are you gonna be the person that I need and want? I know I can hold my ground in a relationship. Can you? That's the question I asked the woman. Can you? What the fuck you bringing to the table? And I'm not talking about money and jobs and all that shit and how you can work me in a sexual position. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, Can the trust be long term? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no, but you have to test everybody that comes towards you, because that's, they have to pass the test of sincerity and trust and honesty. And respect. Those are the main things. I don't care if you're gonna, have sex with me and you're gonna be the best sexual partner of my life. That's not what I care about. It'll be nice, yes, but that's not all I care about. I want to make sure that I can trust you, love you, respect you, and I want the same for me. If you can't, then, and that's why so many people settle for shit and settle for people that are not going to give you that. That's exactly why people have all these problems. Well, hey, that's up to you. If you really want to go that far, go that far. And that's up to you. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it yet. If he's ready, that's fine. But if you're not ready, don't do it, because you might regret it. Do it when you feel you have to. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. And that's probably another reason. Now that you said that, that's probably another reason why he feels there's no worthwhile change, because you're not doing what he wants you to do. If he's ready for you to meet his parents and you're like, no, no, he might be like, see, she ain't about that life. She don't want to meet my parents because she just wants to fuck me and leave me. She don't want me. If she ain't meeting my parents. But see, that's how stupid people are. Or because someone's not ready doesn't mean that it's not going to last. It's just they have their own morals, values, and ways and opinions and differences. If you respect that, then it'll come naturally. The person will just say, okay, look, I'm ready to meet your parents. I think it's time, because, I love you. I care about you. I think we're going to go somewhere. So I don't feel like, I don't feel a type of way now. Yeah, but the thing is you can be all that family oriented, but what if the person you're with isn't? Honestly, I would never take nobody to my parents' house unless I knew they were the absolute one, or the absolute, like, serious person that I want. Well, there you go. If you don't want that, then that's something that you have to, put your foot down to. You know? Oh, that's what I'm saying. He's young in love. He's young and in love. See, he doesn't know what to do yet. At 21, I would never make those decisions. Fuck that. But see, that's the label people put on people. They think that, oh yeah, I have to do this, or I have to do that. I need to do this because that's what everybody says. I have to introduce you to my family. I have to marry you in a year. I have to have children. I have to have this. I have to have, no, you don't. Don't do what everybody else wants you to do. You got to do what you want to do. 4 months? 4 months? Hell no. No, 4 months ain't nothing. 4 months is still on the edge, on the tightrope. I'm gonna fall any minute now. Not fall in love, fall out of this damn relationship. I smell it coming. Fuck that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't rushing into nothing. Hell no. No way. 4 months? I wouldn't even count that shit. When it's 4 years and I'm happy, then we'll be all right. 4 months is nothing these days. 4 months goes by fast, and it's a good amount of time, but it's not enough time to know somebody, to trust somebody, to love somebody. I don't get that. I don't think I'll ever tell anybody that I love them within that matter of time. No. You can tell me you love me in 4 months. That's cool. I might tell you that, but I might not. Like, I'll say it in a different way. Yeah, I love you as a friend and all that, but people use those words too lightly. Well, I want people to earn love. Love is like too easy to be said, but not to be shown, and actions. There has to be actions of love and proof of love and respect of love. That's what love has to be. Like you can't just say it and be like, "Oh my God, you told me you love me. You love me, all right. You love this dick. That's about it. You love my money, or you love my place, or you love what I do, or how I am, or what I look like." Love is felt, but hey, it's just way. This is the way things are. People just take everything for granted. They really don't really know what love is. And when they do find love, they get lost in the matrix and they don't know what to do. Oh my God, I'm actually feeling it. This is what it's like. Yeah. Oh, I don't want it because I don't want to feel this way. Huh? But you just manifested it, you idiot. No, no, hell no. And that's the thing, Caddy. You've been through it. You had a child with somebody. You have a baby daddy. You've been there, been with him for years. You realize it didn't work. So being with somebody for a long term again is going to be very hard for that person to get you attached completely, because you know that over a period of time this can go downhill again. And we shouldn't think like that, but how else are you going to think? You can't just be super positive because that person's a human being like the last dickhead human being that we just dealt with. So they're all the same, but they act different, talk different, smell different, do things different. Yeah, of course you can be optimistic and you can be hopeful and pray that it's gonna work. But if we all had it'll go away when you sleep. And that's the thing. People have to understand that even if you're with somebody for 10, 15, 20 years, it's not gonna be perfect. And nobody's really looking for a perfect situation. They're just looking for an honest relationship. How hard is that? And if you grow apart or there's nothing going on, then just outright say it and go separately peacefully. Yeah. Right. Well, go get some weed then. It's legal out there. Yeah, I'm all about parting ways, kindly. You're not taking any more, then you're gonna suffer then. I've had sciatic nerve pain forever. And sometimes it's bad and sometimes it's okay. But I try to like just ignore it sometimes. It's nothing I really can do. I've tried so much shit, but I do what I have to do. Yeah, I've had sciatic nerve pain on both legs, both things, and yeah, I use a tennis ball sometimes. I have the roller, but that seems to like make it worse sometimes because it's all digging in there. But I try not to take pills and shit. I try to stretch, and then some people say don't stretch. You got to do something else. I've done like pretty much a lot of things, but it's not every day I have it. But it like when I do some work, sometimes it'll trigger it. But yeah, it's also age. Mercy. And today I tripped on the last step on my way down and I hurt the heel of my left foot. And thank God I had towels in my hand because the towel, I had like a whole bunch of towels like this and I was walking down the steps and I got to the last step and my heel like nicked the edge and fell and I landed right on my ass and on top of the towels. So I was like, phew, thank God that would have been a lot worse than what it could have been. And I was like, thank God I didn't hurt myself. So I like on the heel of my left foot is like it's in pain because that's where like it actually hit the step on the way down. And I was like, when I landed on my ass and on the towels, I was like, well, I guess it was meant to be to hold the towels in my hand and have my ass save me on the towels. At least I landed on them and not on this damn hard ass steps. Anything that hurt is my foot, like on the bottom of my heel, where like all my weight went down on it. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. You guys are like 4 hours behind me. I've been on here for like 3 hours, so I need to go and get some sleep. But I love having conversations about things like this. I can talk about shit like this all day because it's still I still wish I could solve every problem when it comes to like relationships and how people should deal with it. Um, I'm not a relationship expert, but I'm definitely an expert on liars. That's one thing I don't like. So I can tell a liar from miles away. I'm an expert liar. What would they say? I'm an expert liar detector. I can detect your lies from a mile away. I can just tell by the way the person talks or acts, or it's just a normal thing. I can't stand that shit. A person who lies to my face like never will get my respect ever. Yeah, I want to believe the good in people too, but some of them do, but it takes a while to find the good in them. Yeah, the food. You don't want to find the food in them because the food comes out of them. You know. All right, Caddy, take care, sweetheart. And just honestly, just my opinion is just to talk to your BF and have a good conversation and let him know what's right and what's wrong and just see where he's at, what he wants, and just like try and compromise some type of, deal or whatever. And as far as your other friend, see if he's willing to put a lemon in his room to get the negative energy out, sea salt and water, holy water, whatever. Like, see if he can do multiple things to get the negative energy away from him. And tell him, don't tell anybody. Tell him he can hide the lemon underneath underneath somewhere so nobody would see it. Alrighty, sweetheart. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. And you guys have a good weekend. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. I should be on here tomorrow at some point in time. All right. Good night. Take care. Love you guys. Good night.